The subspecies of xenomorph XX121, the Manumula noxhydria, otherwise commonly known as the Facehugger, has many abilities at its disposal regarding its sole purpose, which is to impregnate a host organism with Plagiaris praepotens, leading to the eventual development of a matured chestburster stage xenomorph XX121. One of the Facehugger's most impressive abilities comes in the form of its capability to use its acidic blood as a tool during its advance on a potential host. In this dialogue, we will be addressing the reports of Facehuggers being able to bypass an individual's helmet while it's making its implantation attempt. The number one case study we have on this occurrence is that of the executive officer of the US CSS Nostromo, Gilbert Ward Kane. During a return trip to Earth from Thetis, the US CSS Nostromo and its crew are tasked with investigating a signal of unknown origin emanating from the moon LV-426. After landing on the moon, crew members Gilbert Kane, Arthur Dallas, and Joan Lambert ventured to the source of the signal, uncovering a derelict spacecraft and its deadly cargo. During this exploration of the vessel, Kane encountered an area holding countless overmorph stages of the species Xenomorph XX121. After a short period of examination, he succumbed to a Facehugger attack, being attacked and neutralized in a split second. The point of contention for some with this event is that Executive Officer Kane was at the time wearing a pressure suit, and with that, a helmet along with it. People have brought to the project's attention that the Facehugger therefore shouldn't have been able to get to his head if there was a pressure-resistant visor material between himself and the Facehugger. However, the project wants to inform those of you that have questions about this that the Facehugger has biological tricks up its sleeve in order to overcome such a simple obstacle. During a Facehugger's attack on a potential host, an array of things occur in very rapid succession. The Facehugger generally needs to be swift in order to secure a successful implantation of a host organism. Having a hard obstacle in its path to its host's face, though, is a serious kink in the hose for its attempt. If the host organism has a face shield, or in the case of Kane is wearing a helmet that covers his entire head, the Facehugger will use one of its deadliest and most powerful defense measures as an attack instead. Using Kane's attack as our prime example, the Facehugger lunged forward out of its overmorph casing and proceeded to attach itself to his helmet's transparent visor plate. Upon realizing that it was being blocked from being able to implant its host, it quickly acted. The Facehugger secreted a small amount of acid onto the visor. This act gave the creature enough of an entry hole to allow its proboscis entry. It's most likely that it is the proboscis that it uses to precisely expel this powerful acid onto a surface. At this point, it could extend it enough to force the proboscis down Kane's throat and begin to administer its powerful sedative in order to place him into a comatose state. At the same time, it squeezed its digits, tail, and then the rest of its body through this opening, completing the attachment process and moving on to its next focus of growing a Xenomorph XX121 chestburster within its host. We can ascertain that the creature's acid was definitely used to do this, from the state of Kane's helmet after being returned to the Nostromo, where Captain Dallas and Science Officer Ash analysed the situation. Not only does this show that the Facehugger has an ability to secrete or eject acid from its body to use as a tool, but also that the Facehugger presumably has a slightly higher level of intelligence than previously thought. Facehuggers are regarded to have much less intelligence than their XX121 drone offspring, with this being evident from their single-mindedness and unrelenting persistence to secure a host. The Facehugger in this process, or in this endeavour, will often put itself into direct danger, unlike an adult xenomorph that has ambush and tactical thinking abilities. But the Facehugger's ability to secrete acid in an accurate amount as to not harm or kill the host, but precisely enough to remove an obstacle obstructing its attack of the host itself. This itself shows a higher intelligence than most would give this creature credit for. While others have also posed the theory that the acid blood that it secretes during this attack might neutralize much faster or at a faster rate than its blood does, giving the same result basically, we at the project tend to believe that the Facehugger has definitely got a decent level of intelligence and reasoning. What can make them look less intelligent is their, I guess, speedy attacks on their host, that they pretty much conduct rapidly generally, not giving us enough time to really analyse what tactics, if any, they are utilising. However, it has been shown that a Facehugger in opportune circumstances will take more time to stalk and coordinate an advance on an unsuspecting, distracted, or otherwise injured host. But if you take anything away from this data log today, let it be that this creature has deadly abilities. Abilities designed to make sure its potential hosts become its definite hosts. As always, the project would like to advise that if you come into contact with an overmorph or a Facehugger, your best bet at survival is to flee. You're best to not test the Facehugger's cunning, as we are still yet to completely understand everything about the species Xenomorph XX121, and we likely never will, but we know enough to know that we want nothing to do with them, and so should you. Before you go, I wanted to let you know about the ACHERON Colonial Marketplace, the one-stop shop for all Project ACHERON merchandise. All proceeds go to fund our future endeavours under the project, so if you want to support the channel and look good doing it, pick up some ACHERON merch. But what other data logs would you like to see? If you have any ideas or have any questions to be answered, please leave them in the comments or contact me directly through the Project ACHERON Discord. If you enjoyed today's segment, please leave a like and share the video. And if you really want to support what we do here and gain access to a bunch of awesome rewards, consider becoming a Project ACHERON channel member, like Project Director Chris Dasinger and team member Raunchy. I hope to see you all here again very soon, but until then, this is the ACHERON Project signing off.